Hey everyone, this is going to be a basic introduction to my channel, where I'm going to kind of talk about who I am, a little bit about who I am, and the reason for why I created this channel, and the main reason I created this channel in the first place is because of another YouTuber, Anarcho, and he has been producing videos for a while, since 2010, I think. And I have been following his channel for about the past 6 months. And every single one of his videos is very well done. He's very interesting. He's very intelligent. He's very analytical, and I've always been really impressed that he seems to remove any biases that he might have in all of his videos, and seems to treat everything very even-handedly, and as well as make all topics really interesting. I'm always very curious about his opinions on things. But in a recent video entitled "Did Hitler Attack Pearl Harbor?", where he talks about a particular book um, for about the first half of the video, and then in the second half of the video, about the last 15 minutes or so, I'll provide a link in the description right here to that video. He really encourages other liberty-minded people and people that have just subscribed to his channel, basically. He encourages all of them to go out and make YouTube videos explaining their views on politics, their views on any books that they've read, or really their views on whatever they're interested um, in really an effort to kind of encourage more dialogue between libertarians, and to get the word out about liberty to other people, because not everyone has the same views, and people say things in different ways and may reach people that he might not be able to reach. I know he mentioned that it'd be good if people other than white males make videos. Unfortunately, I am, kind of fit the libertarian stereotype, where I'm clearly a white male, but a young white male. Um, but despite that, I've been thinking about making videos for a while, because I want to share my views on different things, and I want to get feedback from other people. I know I'm not, perfect. I'm certainly not the most intelligent guy in the world. I'm not the most well-read guy in the world, but I want to share my viewpoints with other people, and hopefully whoever's watching can learn a little bit from me, and I know that I'll probably learn a lot from the people that comment. Like I said, I'm not, I'm not necessarily, I know I'm not right on everything, and I'm willing to change my views if someone persuades me or gives a lot of evidence, or enough evidence for a position. I will certainly change my opinion, and so I really want to make these videos in the hope that you guys can learn from me, and I know through your comments, and hopefully you guys will also upload videos, and through our interactions, hopefully I know I'll learn a lot from you guys as well. So personally, I've been an anarcho-capitalist for, I'd say, about the same time. I've been watching lengthy authors' videos about 6 months or so. Maybe, actually, I think it's been a year. I am still in college, and I read For New Liberty by Murray Rothbard. I'd say maybe a year and a half. I'd say about a year ago. And a while before that, I'd been a libertarian for maybe about 3 years. So kind of maybe a minarchist, I would say, for maybe 3 or 4 years, about the time when I entered college. I was really libertarian. I was coming off of the whole Ron Paul movement, and he is really the main reason that I'm in. The main reason I became a libertarian, and the main reason that I'm now an anarcho-capitalist. So I was part of that movement. I was out, campaigning and talking to all my friends and stuff about Ron Paul and trying to get as many votes for him as I could in the primaries. And that whole experience kind of opened me up to the world of liberty and the world of economics. So after that, I started reading stuff like Thomas Sowell's book Basic Economics, which I read a little bit after that. Henry Hazlitt's book Economics in One Lesson. I started subscribing to a bunch of YouTube channels, watching a lot of videos with Milton Friedman in it. I read, Atlas Shrugged and The Fountainhead. Paid a little bit of attention to Ayn Rand. And I started to get more and more interested in economics. I've always liked mathematics, and I've always been kind of interested in economics. And I love my economics class in high school, even though in the government schools, I learned a little bit from that class, but I wanted a lot more. So I went on to the Austrian economics subreddit, because looking for economic stuff around the internet, it was kind of really online. There's a buzz, and whenever you're looking for economic stuff, a lot of stuff comes up with Austrian economics. So I thought that would be the best place to look, and the kind individuals on there really encouraged me to read, like Mises and Rothbard and Hayek, and whatnot. So I ended up reading some Rothbard. I think the first book of Rothbard's I got was like the America's Great Depression. And I also read, I saw an interview with Ron Paul, where the interviewer asked him if he could recommend any one book to anybody, what would that book be? And he said that if everyone in the U.S. could read a single book, it would be The Law of Bastiat, which is a pretty short book, and an excellent book. And so I read that book and was very intrigued and very interested, even though Bastiat still kind of defends a limited form of government. In that book, he advocates for an extremely limited government. And so after reading that, and then once you're hooked on these guys, read The Road to Serfdom and stuff, eventually like I said, I got to Rothbard, and loved Rothbard's book about the Great Depression, and so I wanted to read more from him. So I ended up reading For New Liberty, and going into it, I was a minarchist, and I was like, I at that time I had subscribed to the Anarcho-Capitalist subreddit because some people in the Austrian economics subreddit had suggested that I do that, and even though I wasn't, I was like, this anarchy stuff I don't think will really work. Being a Christian, and kind of having that perspective that humans aren't perfect, and because of the fall, we need some form of force, or some monopoly on force. Even though I didn't really think that way, I thought that we would need a government to kind of at least keep a stable society. And so going into For New Liberty, I really didn't think that in an anarcho-capitalist society would work. But that book, as probably many of you guys know, is very persuasive, and Rothbard is an excellent writer. And after that, I'd say about halfway through the book, I was convinced. So like I said, I think that was about a year ago. A little bit after that, I discovered YouTube video of summary of David Friedman's book, Machinery of Freedom, which I'll also put a link to that in the description. It's about a half-hour long illustrated summary, and that is also an excellent, very convincing video, which comes at this perspective, at anarcho-capitalism, more from a consequentialist perspective. A Rothbard kind of comes from a deontological perspective. That is that it's coming from a moral perspective. We're saying that the government is wrong, coming up from a right or wrong perspective, and not. He does give reasons and talk about how it will work, but I think that David Friedman's book and the video is also very good and very persuasive and very helpful to convincing someone that, yeah, maybe the government is wrong, but a lot of people, and I kind of thought at one time that the government was kind of this necessary evil, even if it's wrong, without the government it won't work. So in unison with Rothbard's book, the David Friedman's book, Machinery of Freedom, is also very good. I haven't read the book, but and I'm planning to in the near future, but that video is very good. And to any of your liberty friends that maybe are kind of minarchists and you're trying to persuade them to be ANCAPs, I would definitely suggest that they watch this video. So yeah, I would given that, I would still kind of consider myself a Rothbardian deontological libertarian, but I still have kind of a little bit of consequentialism mixed in there. In a future video I might explain that, but yeah, that's kind of a little bit about me and how I became to be an ANCAP, and why I made this channel and why I'm making videos. So I hope you enjoy all my videos in the future, and I would really encourage you to comment on my videos like I say in my welcome video. If you want to comment on any of my videos, I'll provide a link in the description of the video that will take you over to a Reddit thread. I think that the Reddit commenting system is a lot better and allows for much better discussion between people, so that not only can I discuss stuff with you, and whenever I can, I'll reply to your comments whenever I have time, but it would also allow that users to talk back and forth and allow other people to read those comments and glean information from those comments. So anyway, if you want to make a comment, please go to the link in the description of any one of the videos, and it will take you to a Reddit thread for that video. So I hope that you do comment. I hope you enjoy the videos, and I know I'll learn a lot from you. Hope you learn something from me. So thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, I'll see you later. Thanks.